Hey, what's up, you guys? Good to be back. It's good to be back once again. And I've decided to try out Highguard, ladies and gentlemen. The game that got hyped up at the end of the Game Awards show. And it ended up being something not special, quote unquote. To be fair, the game isn't exactly nothing. It's not anything new that you haven't come across yet. In my opinion, it's kind of like a jack of all trades, but a master of none, if you will. But it's still, at the very least, competent in what it tries to execute here. So High Guard, it's a 3v3 or a 5v5 focused hero raid shooter. But it kind of has like a MOBA element to it, like Smite almost. But I would say like the key pros, I would say is the well-tuned gunplay. That was a big one. That was the one that I was really focused on being like, or hoping that it was really good. There's unique mount mechanics, so instead of like running across the map, you can just quickly hop onto your horse and then move at a really fast pace. And then there's like a sort of strategic raid gameplay tied along with it, depending on how you use your heroes. So I haven't used every single hero yet. I've only played about a good 3 hours of it so far. So, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Everything can change over time with updates and stuff. But this is essentially my first impressions of the game, playing by myself and playing with friends. So I would say definitely this is one of those games you want to play with friends if you have any. If you play it by yourself, it's cool, but everyone seems to be kind of like doing their own thing. Unless you hop on the mic and talk to people, but most of us are kind of introverted, so I think the main thing here is to, get one of your friends who doesn't have Plus or he doesn't have the latest Battlefield, Call of Duty. This is a pretty good substitute. If you're someone that does not like Battle Royale, I think that this is, probably the perfect substitute if you're tired of the whole Battle Royale thing, but you love the open world Battlefield sort of thing, and you just don't like the fact that you have one life and you have to wait for somebody to revive you. That isn't like the one of the core elements of how you revive people in the game. It's a lot more lenient with how you guys can get back into action. But I would say the only cons that would probably bug you is maybe the lack of depth. This is why I was saying like, jack of all trades but master of none. It doesn't exactly push the needle with any of the formats that it has. There is a sort of like I said, the MOBA strategy type gameplay. It sort of has like you can barricade walls to sort of fortify someone breaking into your area. I feel like that whole barricade thing is more so for you to know where they're coming from, not to keep them out for a long period of time. Because there is also a sort of search and destroy element too, where you plant a bomb. So you have A and B and you have their core. If you attack their core and you get it to explode within, it's a timer. So it's a 1 minute timer for the core and a 30-second or 35-second timer for A and B. And so yeah, if you sort of take out the core, it takes out 100% of their team health. Whereas if you take out the smaller ones, A or B, it takes out like 30% of their health. So you choose wisely, make the decision based on what your team is willing to go for. But just know that this is a game that you probably would like to work together on. And you could definitely have your fun, like, just going around killing people. But it's a lot more rewarding when you guys come up with a plan on how to hold enemies back or how to push enemies into push enemies into your way of making the play, you know what I mean? But I haven't tried the 5v5 mode yet. I do know, coming from one of my friends, that it's a lot more scarce with how you get, I guess you could say, resources, and then it could be a little bit more chaotic too, in a sense, considering you have all these different heroes. Eventually, down the line, I'm gonna try the 5v5 mode and then try to see exactly what it has to offer in that regard. But yeah, man, I'm really digging it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, I think that a lot of people don't. I'm not gonna say that they don't like it, but I think a lot of people was trying to understand where the hype was coming from with the guy from the Game Awards, with how they made it seem like it was a new Super Smash Brothers, or like a new Uncharted, or just something a game that people have been waiting for. They didn't like introduce it as a new IP that people would be interested in. But if you sort of push that aside, and one of my friends said this too, if you didn't see how he hyped that game up and you just jumped into this game with a fresh mind, not knowing any of the drama or the I forgot what the word is called, but the controversy behind it, I think that you would probably really like this game. But yeah, man, that's kind of like my first step into the game. I really enjoy the movement and the gunplay. The guns seem real nice. I'm trying to think of something that I might miss, because I haven't played with every single character. My character is the what's his name? The Destroyer. It's the guy with the claws that you can break through walls and you can go into like beast mode. I like that. I like that a lot, because that's kind of like my style. It's always been my style of gameplay. But there's other characters in here that have some pretty nifty moves that can mess you up, if you will. There's a person that can go ghost. There's a person that can jump in the sky and shoot bows and arrows that does passive damage to you. There's someone that can turn into a full-on ice ogre that can like bully enemies while you go plant the bomb. It's a nice game to me, and I think that people should probably give this game more of a try, because it's really popular to hate on something that everyone else is hating, and just give the game a shot. It's free. It's free 99. It's not it costs no money. We all know that the game is going to have cosmetics eventually, but if you end up not having PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live or whatever the case may be, try Highguard. If you're tired of Warzone and how sweaty everything is, try Highguard. If you don't want to play like 1 to 2 hour matches from playing Battlefield, try Highguard. And this isn't a shot at Call of Duty or Battlefield. This is just me trying to give you layaway into why you should give the game a try. But that's all I have to say today, you guys. Make sure you leave a like or a dislike. It's to your liking, as always. And if you have any comments, thoughts about how you felt about the game when you were playing it, let me know down below. Did you like playing by yourself with this game? Do you like playing with friends? A mixture, friends, randoms. What are you thinking about? But hit your boy up with that subscribe too, man, because I need that. It's time I get back to this Final Fantasy action, man, because I need to beat that game. Peace.